Here is everything that Elon Musk is doing to take over the world.
If you live in the UK, you need to get the word out. You should be fucking enraged with the idea of Elon Musk donating to the Reform UK party. Because if you're still living in the facade where you think that what's happening in America right now will never happen over here, just remember that Elon Musk and his billionaire buddies are literally doing everything in their living, breathing power to ensure it absolutely does come into fruition over here. And the fact that the UK government right now are actually refusing to pass a law that would prohibit and stop companies from directly donating to political parties. The oligarchy's coming here too. I'm so sorry that it has to be me to be the one to tell you this fact, but unfortunately people are not educating themselves on the realities of what we're experiencing right now. Elon Musk literally wants to give Reform UK over £100 million. That's the man that literally did the Yahtzee salute for the entire world to see, by the way. This is the trajectory to which this country and the world is going. It's about time that people wake up. Money gravely influences politics, and this is his way of literally interfering into UK politics despite not even being a Brit. This should infuriate you because in case no one ever taught you this, there is no way that a billionaire will ever have your best interest at heart. Ever.
Well, Elon Musk has had private discussions about how the British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, could be removed from power without an election. That bombshell revelation is in today's Financial Times. It marks the second time in the past month that the mercurial right-wing billionaire has attempted to influence the politics of a country he isn't a citizen of. Last month, he publicly endorsed the far-right Alternative for Germany party ahead of elections there next month.
It's okay, it's good to be proud of German culture, German values, and not to lose that in some sort of multiculturalism that dilutes everything. I think you want more self-determination for Germany and for the countries in Europe, and less from Brussels. That's my opinion. I think there's too much bureaucracy from Brussels, too much control from sort of global elite. I think this election coming up in Germany is incredibly important. I think it could decide the entire fate of Europe, maybe the fate of the world. That is the significance of this election. So that's why it's very important to talk to your friends and family and convince them to consider voting for AfD, and just go with it like a chain reaction. Convince one friend, talk to another friend, and say, hey guys, do you want this? Do you want more of the last 10 years, or do you want something different? And I think the people in Germany want something different.
Elon Musk has signaled his army, and they have returned the call.
We have major breaking news this evening. Elon Musk has been in contact with Russia and Vladimir Putin a lot more than the public knows, according to the Wall Street Journal. This contact was so close that Putin even asked Musk not to activate Starlink over Taiwan as a favor to Chinese President Xi Jinping. Musk initially supported Ukraine's military with Starlink, but later restricted its use to offensive operations aligning with Russia's interests. The Wall Street Journal is further reporting that Russian officials have pressured Musk on several fronts, including potential threats to his businesses. And the Kremlin is actively using Twitter to spread disinformation campaigns. And Musk's deep connections to U.S. military projects, including SpaceX's $1.8 billion worth of classified contracts, raised national security alarms here in the United States. And now Musk has endorsed Donald Trump and is working to elect him. This is a bombshell story.
This connection between Elon Musk and Vladimir Putin, given that Trump, there is reporting, is talking with Putin.
It is a sort of a stunning revelation. The Wall Street Journal says that there have been multiple phone conversations, all taking place since late 2022, i.e. after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Let's remember, Elon Musk has, his companies have significant Department of Defense contracts, and yet he's talking to a sworn enemy of the United States. Not only that, a sworn enemy of the United States who has been conclusively proven to have interfered in American elections. And Elon Musk is right now Donald Trump's top surrogate, controlling information on Twitter X and being out there giving out money to get people to vote, to register to vote, and then therefore vote for Donald Trump. It is just an extraordinary, un-American development.
Well, it's an extraordinary development to have a huge American contractor who is collecting millions and billions from the American government actively campaigning for a presidential candidate. That seems unprecedented. I can't think of a military contractor who has really put skin in the game the way that Elon Musk.
It's time, guys. Elon Musk needs to lose his security clearances yesterday. His role as a government contractor needs to be investigated and questioned. It's a quick summary of the recent Wall Street Journal article that was published about Elon Musk's secret conversations with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Musk has reportedly been in regular contact with Putin since late 2022. Yes, that's after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, which possibly explains tweets like this from late 2022, where he's basically just parroting Kremlin talking points. This was like the exact Kremlin offer for peace at the time, which was really just, Ukraine, you must surrender. Putin also reportedly asked Elon to avoid activating Starlink for Taiwan as a favor to China. Starlink still doesn't have service in Taiwan. The Kremlin has even confirmed that Elon Musk has had conversations with Vladimir Putin about space and future technologies. We really shouldn't care how dependent America is on SpaceX, because Elon Musk has just demonstrated over the past few years that he simply cannot be trusted with high-level security clearances and access to America's most sensitive military and other technology. Elon cozying up to America's biggest adversary, Vladimir Putin, just demonstrates what will likely happen if Elon's candidate of choice, Donald Trump, gets elected.
In bed with.
The fundamental thing here is really Taiwan. China has, for like half a century or so, their policy has been to reunite Taiwan with China. From this standpoint, it may be as analogous to like Hawaii or something like that, like an integral part of China that is arbitrarily not part of China, mostly because of the U.S. has stopped any sort of reunification effort. But really, things getting to the point where China's military strength is increasing and ours is more or less static. And strategically, you can imagine trying to defend Taiwan is not easy because it's very close to the coast of China. So there will come a point in the not too distant future where China's military strength in that region far exceeds U.S. military strength in that region. Force will be used to incorporate Taiwan into China. This is what they've said, that if there's not a diplomatic solution, there will be a solution by force. Both China and the U.S. are preparing for a potential showdown. And then we'll see, is there going to be a diplomatic solution to reunification or a non-diplomatic solution? That said, I think I understand China well. I've been there many times. I've met with the senior leadership at many levels of China for many years. And so I think I've got a pretty good understanding, at least as an outsider of China. So. And Tesla has been very successful domestically in China.
Elon Musk loves fascists and communists, aligning himself across the globe both financially and politically. His Starlink satellites seem to be an integral part in his plan. Does Elon Musk have a bigger goal? Is it you?
Let's talk about what you can talk about to what Neuralink is.
Well, for version 1 of the device, it would be it basically implanted in your skull. So, but it would be flush with your skull. So you would basically take out a chunk of skull, put the Neuralink device in there. You'd put the electrode, you'd insert the electrode threads very carefully into the brain, and then you stitch it up, and you wouldn't even know that somebody has it. It can interface basically anywhere in your brain. So it could be something that helps cure, say, eyesight, like returns your eyesight, even if you've like lost your optic nerve type of thing.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Hearing, obviously. I mean, pretty much anything that it could, in principle, fix almost anything that is wrong with the brain. You could then create a sort of a neural shunt that restores somebody who's a quadriplegic to full functionality. Like they can walk around, be normal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
maybe slightly better.
Slightly better
over time. Yes. If you've got like severe epilepsy or something like that, it could just sort of stop the epilepsy from occurring. Like it could detect it in real time and then fire a count.
Neuralink starts with a surgeon drilling a hole in your head about the size of a coin. Then a robotic arm carefully inserts the ultra-thin, flexible threads into your brain. These threads are finer than a strand of hair and are equipped with electrodes that directly interact with the cells in your brain. This implant is capable of interpreting your thoughts and applying them to real-life actions.
How do you feel about letting Elon Musk loose inside your mind? Well, our next guest did exactly that, volunteering for the first ever Neuralink brain chip.
When I first actually moved the cursor with my mind, it blew my mind for like a whole day. And to be helping, to be able to be useful in some way, it completely changed how I live.
Paralysed from the neck down after a diving accident 8 years ago, 30-year-old Noland Arbor is the first person to be implanted with Neuralink's brain chip.
It was like using the force.
The technology promising to allow him and others with paralysis to control technology with their minds.
The device is designed to interpret your neural activity so you can operate a computer or a smartphone by simply thinking about moving.
In less than 2 hours, 64 threads, thinner than a human hair, containing over 1,000 electrodes, are attached to a patient's brain, transforming a person's thoughts into actions. Noland now able to operate an iPad, play chess, even dominate at Mario Kart. Arbor is the first participant in a 6-year trial to test the safety of Neuralink's device, Musk spruiking the upsides of his latest invention.
You know, Elon Musk wasn't the first person to invent the Neuralink.
I heard it was a rumor, but I didn't know who.
This was like 5-6 years ago, but they haven't seen him since. Like, they don't know where he went. Like, he just like disappeared. Him and his invention. It was a MIT student. It wasn't specifically a Neuralink, but it was like similar. Imagine a Neuralink that you could take off.
That's cheese.
It will connect to his ear and like on his chin. It hooks up to the internet and he can send signals with his mind to the internet and it'll come back to him in like frequency. So like, I remember he did an interview and the guy asked him, he was like, what's the population of like Bolivia? And he sent the message to the computer and it came back and he was like 45 million people. Like, he had a search engine in his head and he could take it off. And then ever since he disappeared, that's when Elon Musk came out with the Neuralink and he had a patent for it. So now it's his. Nobody
copyrighted that.
Bro, what if they off that, bro?
Elon Musk expects 20 to 30 patients to receive upgraded Neuralink brain implants this year. We have upgraded the device so that the devices will have more electrodes, basically higher bandwidth and longer battery life, Musk said during an event streamed on his social media platform X this week.
A machine that connects you to Elon Musk's satellites in your head?
Elon Musk has officially turned on God mode. That's because even though he's providing internet access to all of the front lines in Ukraine in their fight against Russia, he is disabling any kind of Starlink internet access at the border regions of Russia to prevent drones and any kind of bomb or missile attacks from Ukraine into Russia.
Elon Musk has enough money to solve world hunger, homelessness, poverty, but he won't. Why would he care about a paraplegic person being able to function on a daily basis? He doesn't. He is using people's desperation, their desire to feel normal, to collect data that he plans to use to control us and the world. He may be ready to go beyond just rigging elections, controlling wars, to controlling everyone. This has been Imagine Truth. Make sure you subscribe so we can keep showing you the connections you haven't seen yet.